Yes, I have. You're not a fan, I guess. Wow, it might grow on you. Give it a little time. So Butler guarding by Wes Matthews. Matthews, one of the new Lakers this year. The veteran always has been a terrific defender. Butler's been playing some great basketball. Alley-oop, perfect pass. Kelly Olynyk. Adebayo brings it into the front court. The Heat in their longest road trip in franchise history as Robinson fouled on a three-pointer. Now LeBron James arguing the call, but it's going to be, I think that's what he was just signaling to him, Jeff. So Robinson for 3 free throws.
You're rubbing off on me as far as being afraid to say you're right.
Yeah, right. It's obvious.
You put yourself in position to force him to beat you from the perimeter.
And not many bigs have that type of lateral quickness.
Kuzma gets it off, and he knocks it down. Kyle Kuzma. Duncan Robinson, guarded by Kuzma. Adebayo to Butler. Butler has had 3 straight triple-doubles coming into this game as Kelly Olynyk finds Adebayo. Another nice pass from Olynyk to Adebayo.
He's really good at faking handoffs and driving it.
James gets inside, blocked by Adebayo, but a foul. And Adebayo now disagrees with it. As
The ball to try to redirect the pass.
Adebayo picks up his first foul. He lost by 11 to a Brooklyn Nets team that is starting to play some great basketball, but we continue to say it every time we see him play. Now in his 18th season, just remarkable numbers. What this guy is voter fatigue and voting for the same guy year in and year out.
Well, we got to get voters that don't get fatigued.
Arguing Mike and I.
This is a long argument that's gone on for many years. Kuzma reverse, and Kuzma with a couple of circus shots to get it going. The Lakers go up by 3. Robinson up to Adebayo. Robinson alley-oop again. Broken up nicely by Kuzma, but Butler right there as they couldn't control it.
I'm gonna tell you,
when you're talking about defense at every position. So Kuzma has outstanding size. Now he's using it at the defensive end.
At 6'8", draws a bump from Kendrick Nunn. And worried about scoring. But he's starting to excel in it. He's become a terrific rebounder, especially on the offensive boards. And as you guys have talked about, his defensive commitment is so different.
When he got paid. And I think as an organization, when you ask guys, and you have to reward that when they do it. And the Lakers rewarded him and them for that type of success.
Butler this time, Nunn rounding back into form where he was so good last year as a rookie. He's played some good basketball this month. Butler to the basket, lays it up and in.
And I think Jimmy Butler has...
In some ways, Mark, will he be more missed on the defensive end?
absolutely, because he's an anchor. A guy at the 5 position has none. Gets a layup in the paint area, protecting the paint.
Really sit a guy down for long stretches.
But to me, it's important for the Lakers to get it right. Don't rush him back. Make sure he has plenty of time to heal and get back to Anthony Davis.
To Rachel Nichols, they just had their 5-year anniversary of the show The Jump on ESPN. Big milestone.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Job well done.
It's a lot of shows.
Butler, cross court, finds its way to Kendrick Nunn. He thread the needle there, and Nunn rattles it in. They've hit 8 of their... James kicks it out. Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Kuzma calling for it. Big height advantage once again on Kendrick Nunn. Kuzma on the drive, gets inside and finishes. Kyle Kuzma so aggressive to start.
When you look at on the floor for the Lakers, where does the scoring come outside of LeBron James? Pope has the ability to knock down shots and make plays in transition. But Kuzma's the wild card.
Nunn, the runner in the paint. Kendrick Nunn is at 3 of his first 4 from the field. Marc Gasol back to James. Inside the arc, James connects. So far on this 7-game trip, it's 7 games in 12 days. The Heat are 2-3. Coming off a good win on Thursday night at Sacramento is Duncan Robinson three-pointer. That goes in and out. That was the night after they had a bad loss Wednesday. Not that it's bad to lose to Golden State, but they were up 15 in the fourth quarter and couldn't close it out. But with all that, Eric Spoelstra, as Caldwell-Pope is called for travel. Eric Spoelstra feels, guys, that they're really starting to head in the right direction, and he feels this trip is the first time they're starting to feel like the Miami Heat. The trip, this is a long one, is to say longest, tied for the longest in franchise history. There was such a great story in the bubble. They were the 5th seed in the East and able to get to the NBA Finals, able to push the Lakers to 6 games, even though 2 of their key players were out for a couple of games in those finals with Dragic and Adebayo.
To me, doing the game the other night where they lost, watching the game, they lost to the Warriors shorthanded, that's a bad loss. That's a bad loss, and those are the type of losses that, Jimmy Butler with the big-time putback hurt you when it talks about seeding. A game here, a game there.
That's Butler's 2nd offensive rebound. Matthews has got to block out.
Gasol misses. Butler, by the way, in an interview he did with Rachel, when asked about how they played this year, he said, we've been terrible. Gasol blocks Butler right there. But he also said, we're going to get it right. We're going to turn it around. A lot of people didn't believe him when he said they were going to make the finals last year in the bubble. That time he throws it away. Caldwell Pope with the steal. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the first. Kuzma gets a good look for 3. And Kuzma, 11 points here in the opening quarter. And Eric Spoelstra calls timeout. Kuzma 4 of 7 to start this one.